was just going to finish with this conversation. If you were speaking to a child studying law today, or if you could go back in time and be, say, 16, 17, 18 years old, getting into law, what is one thing that you'd be most excited about, one? And what is another thing that you would want to advise a 16, 17-year-old coming into law?
I actually only came into law this year after finishing my previous degree in computer science, so I'm actually quite new myself to it. But the whole purpose I came in, I know a lot of people, especially, I've discovered a huge difference between, for example, the Juris Doctor program and the Bachelor of Laws program. The postgraduates, they already have an understanding of their place in the world and what they want to do, and they have a dream in mind.
Yeah.
They know what they want to do with their degree, whereas people with a bachelor's degree, they often pick up law because of the prestige of the name, for example. They don't know what they want. And
so you would advise them to know what they want to do with a degree?
Not necessarily, but I would advise them, for example, to take up law not just because either their parents told them or because it's, useful or it's a good degree or it's prestigious, but first by understanding the importance of law in their world, which you don't have to be studying law to know. You can learn that even just as a person sitting here in this world, in this society, because at the end of the day, it's something that's impacting all of us in the same way that the sciences are, in the same way that the humanities are. The law as a study is something that affects us, and we operate in a world, a framework that we behave according to what's necessary for that.
To add to this, this is of course general advice, but I think it's best to undertake study in a field in which one is necessarily good at or is capable of undertaking. He has the capacity to undertake such a study, because every man is given talents, God-given talents in specific areas. And so it would be imprudent and it wouldn't be wise if a man has capacity to do a certain thing, he does not pursue that end, if that makes sense. If he has the capacity, if he has the means to reach an end and he does not pursue those means to reach that end, then it's worthless.
Yeah. What about computer science? I know you've left the field.
I can speak about that as well, because I'm actually studying software development and computer science.
Yeah, right.
What did you want to ask in particular about computer science?
Any advice, anything that you're particularly excited about in the field at the moment?
Well,
to end on a positive note.
Well, I will say regarding my studies in computer science and software development, I think what's important is to be well-rounded as you possibly can. To do as many units as you possibly can, to have again a comprehensive view of how computers work. So a lot of the best subjects that I've ever done at university have been those that, again, they touch on first principles. So how computers operate at a low level. So I picked up systems programming classes, operating systems classes, CPU architecture, because these are this is the backbone of a computer in essence. So I think that's very important to have that understanding of how a computer works, because it will help. If you know the lowest level, it will help you to rise higher as well. Because when you use a language like Python, which abstracts, by abstract I mean it hides away a lot of the details that a language like C wouldn't, you'll be able to appreciate more what the language is doing.
And anything you're excited about?
Excited about? I don't know.
Yeah, nothing?
I was going to say that I really like the fact that you were discussing taking on those subjects to get to the core, to the bottom of it first, because at the end of the day, when I actually took on a job, I won't say what I work as, but once I got into I realized that I learned much more of those very specialized fields once I'm actually in the workplace, more than I am in university. So people say, take on the electives, for example. That'll prepare you for what you want to be, which is some good advice. But I also think that we should take on the units which are going to prepare us for anything, really. As you said, getting to the bottom of it, that informs literally everything else. Because otherwise, it would be much more difficult for me to take on that learning that I don't take on in the workplace, for example, because I wouldn't just be learning this new stuff. I'd have to learn this new stuff together with stuff that I should have learned more about, in my university.
Yes, thank you, Jaime. You explained it better than I could.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. Please do come back to the podcast again at some point.
Of course.
And it's been a very, very lovely conversation. Thank you.
That's
Thank you
okay.
so much for having us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.